morning and welcome to episode 854 of Hard Factor. It's Tuesday, January 11th, 2022. Thank you for cheating on the news with us. We got Mark, Wes, and I'm Will to talk with you today about a lot of animal news. A lot of animal news out there.
Oh, wow. I did animal news too.
That's what
so
he's
much.
He knows. He knows.
Oh, he knows.
Yeah, he knows.
Oh, wow. I was going to say, wow, more?
Wow.
I mean, we're all animals after all.
That's right.
But it's just all animal news, pretty much. I mean, on top of that, human animals, real animals. Well, what else is going on, fellas?
I think we've been called animals before. You know?
Twice last week.
Yeah, exactly. I know.
Remember, everybody, go to patreon.com/hardfactor and send in the car. That's the top tier. If you get into the send in the car tier, that means you can join trivia this Friday night, January 14th at 9 p.m. Eastern. It's a gas. It's a hell of a time, gotta say.
Oh, it's amazing. It's amazing.
And Mark's now leading the title race. You got 3 titles now, right? So
I mean, I don't like to count exactly 3. Yeah.
Okay. So we got somebody to chase again. So.
Let me
go ahead.
Go ahead, Mark. Go ahead.
I was gonna say while you're helping us out there, slap a 5-star review on Spotify because we are marching towards 1,000 in Spotify, and only the big dog podcasts are in the 4 figures. So we're getting pretty damn close. So slap us a 5-star review on Spotify, please.
Thank you.
And let me just say this again. It's been a while. If you are signing up for a year, you need to email me your order, hardfactorstore@gmail.com with the order number, and I will refund you. Free year, send in the car for a year, free sweatshirt, free, whatever you want. And then pop the clutch for a year, free t-shirt. But you got to email me. I got a lot of DMs. People are confused again. So that's the deal.
You might get a free picture of Wes if you listen to this week's Hive Hour.
Hive Hour. Wow.
You might know what I'm talking about.
Yeah. You got to get in on that Hive Hour. There's another.
Quite a start to the Hive Hour this week.
Yeah, it's must listen. Honestly, if you're a fan of Hard Factor lore and what goes on behind the scenes, under the surface, so to speak, you're gonna want to listen to that. Do the whole thing. Hive Hour. Patreon.com/Hard Factor. All right, you guys ready?
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's do the news. Cup of coffee in the big time is up first.
Yeah, cup of coffee in the big time.
Holidays, history, and trending news. But first, a fun fact. And fellas, since it's 01/11/2022 today, that's the date. All 0s, 1s, and 2s. I figured it was time to unleash this meme on you guys, sent in by Adam in Chicago on the Discord. And it's the Vince McMahon where he's like, okay, that's cool. Oh, yeah. And then he starts like orgasming. And it starts with the year is 2022.
It's true.
Next one is in February, it will be 2-22.
Also true. Yeah.
And after that, on the 22nd of February, it will be 2-22-22.
That's incredible. Yeah.
Look at that. Lots of 2s. And then 2-22-22 is on a Tuesday.
Now I'm impressed.
Yeah.
That gave Vince the red eyes. Yeah. You and Vince McMahon both, Wes. So
I have a good one too. That's incredible. That is, I'm not trying to one up it or poo poo it because that is something else. But I did see another meme similar to that. I believe it was this past Friday, so we missed it. And someone wrote out a meme and it said, today, which was like January 7th, whatever date, doesn't matter. So today is 69,696 days away from June 9th, 2096 or 2069. Sorry, because it was all 6969.
The next 69,
yeah, 69. Yeah.
Yeah, nice.
So whoever did
that, there was a
smart.
Very nice.
So there's a shocking 1 in 7 chance that 2/2/22 was going to be a Tuesday.
Mm-hmm.
That's impressive.
That is impressive.
You like that? You like that it's all the 2s? I mean, it's not going to happen again forever.
1 in 7.
It's another century till you get this many 2s on a day.
Yeah, but you have to do. I mean,
and then will it be?
Think about it. The 1/1/1/1s happens probably, right? But like, when's it going to happen again? You can't do 333. There's no 33rd day. I guess you could do 3,333 or 3,033. I mean, it's not going to happen again, Wes.
No, this isn't happening ever. I mean, think about it. Like this triple it's 2022's got some.
It's big,
interesting
it's
property.
Big.
Yeah.
Okay.
Real
Right,
big.
It's big.
Real big. All right. January 11th holidays. Big day has some. Well, you guys be the judge. Cigarettes are hazardous to your health day.
No
Isn't that
shit.
kind of every day? Right. Okay.
Yeah, no shit. Cool.
January 11th. Girl hug boy day. Every dad's worst nightmare. Don't know what that means.
Yeah.
Heritage Treasures Day, UK. So Treasure Day. That's big for the treasure hunters.
I have a treasure story today.
Look, it fits. Hot toddy day. You guys like a hot toddy? You know, like a hot mixed drink.
They're okay.
Yeah, they're
alcoholic
right.
drink. Yeah.
If you're sick, it's
Right.
it's really only if you're sick.
If you're sick and an alcoholic.
Right. I mean, that's describes
one
a
of
lot
them,
of us,
that's about
right?
it.
During the winter. International Thank You Day. Learn
Thank you,
your.
guys. Thank you.
Oh, thank you.
Thank
Learn
you.
your name in Morse code day. You can do that one.
I would
Anybody?
like to. I would like to learn sign language. I don't really care about Morse code, but I want to learn sign language. Morse code, man.
I mean, it's not. Yeah. It's like the military's sign language.
Right.
Milk Day. Wes, a big one for you, Wes.
I mean, yeah, of course.
Excited about
You
that.
already knew.
Yeah.
Don't
Every
have to
day.
tell him.
Just like smoking day, every day is milk day.
National Human Trafficking Awareness Day. National Poetry at Work Day. National Shop for Travel Day. National Step in a Puddle and Splash Your Friend Day, which is fucked up because it's in January. Secret Pal Day and World Sketch Note Day.
Secret Pal Day is sketchy as fuck. Also, I mean, who does these days? Like, let's balance them out, okay? Whoever keeps accepting like 15 days for January 11th, how about in December? I remember there was like some days that had 2. Why don't we balance them out here?
Well, I thought they were kind of all ridiculous today, so I wanted to bring them all up.
No, but I've done
normally I filter them out, but today's I thought were extra, like, who cares? So
sometimes they don't have
the
that many
lamer they
days.
are, the more likely I am to actually go through them all.
I just think they allowed too many in today.
Yeah. Speaking of learning sign language, Mark, over Christmas I went to that church, and they taught us during the service, Christmas Eve, how to say Merry Christmas in sign language. It's like 2 circles and then like what looks like a rainbow move, I believe. And my girlfriend's upstairs neighbors are apparently deaf. This is what she's been telling me. But I was out on the porch. Oh yeah, I was practicing. I was hoping I was going to get to see them so I could do the Merry Christmas to them. But then I'm out there smoking a cigarette. And I wave to her, and all of a sudden she just goes, "Merry Christmas." And I was like, what the fuck? Like I was happy she wasn't deaf, but I was also very disappointed.
Well,
I mean, she could be deaf.
She
still,
could
right?
be half deaf, or she could have become deaf later in life. Some people that are deaf can talk.
Well,
they're not mute.
She seemed to understand me when I said Merry Christmas back too.
Oh, okay.
She might have, okay.
There you go.
Okay.
So
it was dark out too. Yeah. So
I was very confused and disappointed. I'm glad she's not deaf, but also disappointed that I get to use my. I didn't get to use my new skill.
You should
on her.
just try it, Wes. And she's gonna be like, "What are you doing?"
Couldn't believe she opened her eyes when I talked to her. And
it was tough.
Maybe one of them is deaf, Wes.
It was tough.
Sometimes deaf people get in relationships with non-deaf people.
Yeah, I got to figure out which one's deaf.
Yeah,
sorry that was so tough for you.
You're like, wait a minute. You're supposed to be deaf.
One of those lesbians is deaf. I know it.
I've been covering my mouth like an idiot.
I don't know which one of those lesbos is deaf, but one of them is.
just march up there, Wes.
Maybe she meant to say they were blind.
Yeah, I don't know. They're definitely not blind because they walk their dogs with ease.
All right. January 11th in history. Really only one thing you need to know about. Amelia Earhart's Hawaii to California flight happened in 1935. On this day in 1935, Amelia Earhart, one of the world's most celebrated aviators, made the first successful solo flight from Hawaii to California, a distance longer than that of the United States to Europe. That happened January 11th, 1935. And of course, she famously disappeared 2 years later over the same Pacific Ocean in 1937.
She died. Yeah.
Sure did.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Would have been a lot cooler if you said it was Helen Keller Day.
She loved to fly, that Amelia Earhart.
Isn't she the one that was deaf and mute? Or am I thinking of someone else?
Helen
I think
Keller.
you're right,
Yeah, you're
Mark.
right.
Yeah.
Helen Keller. Yeah. All right. Moving it on to the trending news. Honorable mentions up first. Noted murderer Robert Durst
Yes.
has died at 78 of natural causes in a California prison hospital at 6:44 a.m. on Monday morning. He was the subject of HBO's The Jinx and also killed his wife
And his neighbor.
and his neighbor.
Killed 2 people. Yeah. At least 2 people that we know of. Yeah.
That we know of.
He admitted it at the end of The Jinx. They got him. It was one
Right.
of those documentaries.
It was so weird.
It was one of those documentaries. Usually, like, nothing happens at the end of these documentaries where they try to, like, get a murderer or
Except
free a
this one.
murderer. This one, the idiot admitted it at the end. Yeah,
Millionaire.
Yeah, he was mic'd up, but he forgot.
Oof.
There you go.
That's tough.
Yeah. Yeah. He was
Robert
sitting on the
Durst.
can. He was sitting on the can. He's like, "Oh, what have you done? Why'd you do another interview? You're going to get caught for the murders you did," or something. He said something like literally on the can. He said basically that. And then that was what got the case reopened. And then he got arrested and charged for murder. Yeah.
Well, then he died in prison.
Yeah.
Next mention, AOC representative on Capitol Hill, Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez's office announced on Sunday that the Congresswoman has come down with COVID-19 and is experiencing symptoms while recovering at home, despite being fully boosted. AOC
She was partying in Florida, wasn't she?
She was.
Yes, it's notable, Mark, because she has come down with COVID less than a week after going on what looked like a very fun trip to party in Miami.
Usually
So-
they are fun, yeah.
They
Oh
are
no, Florida. Ooh.
so fun, but you know,
AOC.
she's kind of like the poster child of the "don't go do that" thing.
Yeah, and
then-
don't go to Florida too. Like she hates everyone in Florida. You'd think.
Well, now she
So-
can be like, see?
I told you,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've never gone to Florida.
Do as I say, not as I do, you know?
Yeah, exactly. Okay. Taking it to the internet from Novak Djokovic for our last honorable mention. He tweets, "I'm pleased and grateful that the judge overturned my visa cancellation. Despite all that has happened, I want to stay and try to compete at the Australian Open. I remain focused on that. I flew here to play at one of the most important events we have in front of the amazing fans." And he posted a picture of himself, his father, some other people in his family, and his team, I guess. And he goes on to thank the fans for their support in another tweet. And now it's looking like Djokovic's dad gets to scream at everyone in the stadium while his son has the chance to win his 10th Australian Open on
Yeah.
January 28th when the men's titles will be.
Mhm.
So
That's bad news for all the competition. They were
he's going to be fired
get
up.
him out of here. He's won 9 of them already. Did you see, like, I think a bunch of his fans, because he's got a lot of, like, rabid fans over there,
When they were
like,
pissed, he got
they
hanged.
swarmed a town car that he may or may not have been in, and it caused so much of a ruckus that the cops pepper sprayed like thousands of his fans like
Right.
yesterday.
The
Yeah.
Djokovic saga has been insane in
It's
Australia.
going nuts in Australia.
S-
Yeah.
So he gets detained, because he's like
Yeah.
unvaccinated or whatever. They revoke his visa. The judge overturns it. He tweeted, you saw, he was like thanking the judge. The judge
Yeah.
overturned. That's why he can stay. So he's getting
And then he got arrested again.
to play in the Australian Open. Right. But then like it's just been this whole back and forth. But then the
He got
Australian
arrested
government
again, and then he got
first-
overturned again. Yeah.
the Australian government at first was like, we're gonna reverse it, right? Yeah, and then but they're not. Good luck doing it now that he's back.
No, it's over. He's gonna play now, but his fans got pepper sprayed. It's been a real fucking thing. Yeah.
Australia has been like the focal point of all the COVID craziness.
You've learned a lot about Australia in the last couple of years.
You really have, if you've been following them since the start.
And
of
it's
the
not great.
pandemic. It's weird.
I mean, look,
Yes.
it's
very weird.
It's very penal colony-esque
Yeah.
the way they started.
It's not
Yeah.
great down there, apparently.
I went to I don't know if you guys heard, but I went to Tahiti for my honeymoon, and around day 5 at Tahiti, I was
Yeah.
like, I am definitely on an island. Like I was getting a little bit of island fever. Like it's
Like,
weird. It's
Well, I'm
weird
so
living
far away from everybody else.
From
I'm never.
everything else.
Yeah.
in the middle of the ocean.
Oh,
Now,
I-
Australia's a little bit bigger. You lived in New Zealand.
New Zealand, studied in New Zealand, played
Get a little
rugby there
crazy.
for a semester in college, and talk about that feeling. Oh yeah, I mean you're alone, out there. You're
Isolation.
isolated. Yeah.
So you can kind of get a little crazy because it's like I'm not really near anyone anyways. So,
right.
what goes here goes here.
We want down
Yeah.
here.
Yeah.
Well,
like
they've
Lord
been
of the
really
Flies
exploring
or whatever.
space.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good for them. Good for them. Number 3, fellas, the fake sun in China set another record. We've talked about it a little bit on the podcast before. Here's the headline from the Smithsonian magazine. China's artificial sun just broke a record for longest sustained nuclear fusion. And superheated plasma reached 126 million degrees Fahrenheit for 17 minutes. They did it inside that contraption over there.
That sounds bad. That sounds bad.
No, I mean, basically,
that sounds dangerous.
Yeah, maybe.
How do you measure that? Is there a tool that you can measure 126
They've got to have
million
the
degrees?
best thermometer in the world, Wes. Like,
It's just a guess.
it's unbreakable thermometer
Yeah.
inside that thing. Basically,
They're throwing shit in there. And how quick it gets melted, they're guessing.
Right. There's no way. Invented a.
so they can only contain it for 17 minutes, though, but that's still a record. And basically, China is getting very advanced at nuclear fusion, which is basically, fellas, like creating a miniature star or sun inside a reactor, that thing I showed you, and then harnessing its energy, you can make it into electricity.
Yeah, that's what they're using it for. Yeah.
Isn't this exactly what happened in like the original Spider-Man series with Tobey Maguire, Spider-Man 2, when Dr. Octopus did this, and it like caused like a huge issue? He got
good at nuclear fusion.
It got like he couldn't control it.
Right. It needs to be very, very monitored, because I think you could create probably like a nuclear blast.
That's what I'm saying.
It up.
17 minutes turns into 17 years.
Right. Yeah. But it is badass, Mark, because it's a good thing to study, because it could technically power everything on Earth without fossil fuels or radioactive waste if they did perfect it.
Okay.
But 17 minutes is a good start.
Glass half full.
17 minutes is a good start, right? That doesn't mean we're all going to explode from it.
Okay.
I mean, it seems to do. Okay. I like nuclear. I think it's
I don't like when they tinker over there. You know what I mean?
Yeah. What happened last time?
Yeah.
Nuclear tinkering. Yeah. It doesn't
What
make
happened last time they
comfortable.
tinkered in a lab?
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, in a
Too much
lab.
tinkering
Yeah.
for my liking.
I don't think that the Chinese reactor is in Wuhan, Mark. So don't worry about it. I think it's a different city. Number 2 today in the cup of coffee is football. I mean, it would be football. We're going to talk about something else at number 2, but Coach Flores was surprise fired by the Dolphins, while Coach Judge was surprise retained by the Giants, and the NFL playoff seeding is out. It looks really nice, tasty lineup for the NFL schedule. But listen to the Hive Hour on patreon.com/hardfactor if you want to know our full thoughts on the playoffs. So, fellas, just real quick, give me your Super Bowl picks, because I actually want to talk about something else at number 2.
Cardinals, baby. Come on.
Mark's got the Cardinals. Wes.
Niners.
I'm wearing my Niners hat, but I think the Cowboys are gonna take it.
2 classic teams. 90s are back.
I'm rooting for my Niners, though.
Rooting for your Niners. Rooting for your Niners. I got the Chiefs beating the Packers in the.
I want the Cardinals to win
I want the Cardinals to win. So Mark wins his bet. Mark has a big future.
Realistically, I would probably say Chiefs versus Packers in the Super Bowl too, and I don't know who's going to win that, but that's Chiefs Packers is a good bet, but also Chiefs Cardinals, the C's, the
C's, baby.
C's can make it.
Well, hopefully the Cards win it for your money. And hopefully it's a good playoffs. It's a lot of good teams. I'm excited.
I will want to watch the Super Bowl with Mark if the Cardinals get to the Super Bowl, because he'll be able to hedge.
I wouldn't want to watch.
I do not know, but I don't want to watch the division
NFC Championship.
Yeah, I don't want to watch the NFC Championship game.
That's true. If I get to Super Bowl, I can make a huge hedge.
You can make money.
Huge hedge. Yeah.
Right. Well, you got to sweat that first one out.
The game before, I don't want to be around.
All the games. Every game, I'm going to sweat out. If that's
everyone's going to be
I'm going to be miserable to deal with.
Okay. Yeah. But remember, patreon.com/hardfactor, Hive Hour. Get our full thoughts on the playoffs. Mark's got a big time playoffs pending with the Eagles in there. Probably going to get stopped by somebody, and then also the futures bet.
Go Birds until they play the Cardinals if they get there, and I'd prefer the 16,000 to the Eagles to win.
Yeah, it makes sense. Makes sense. I don't think anybody's going to get mad at you for that one.
No.
All right, so number 2. Remember, patreon.com/hardfactor if you want to hear all the football thoughts. But the number 2 is going to be this. Have you guys seen the Manitoba cabinet minister, his wife, who was shoveling snow, and he tweeted about it?
Oh, yeah.
Have you seen about this? Okay, so here, let me just pull this up, and we got to talk about your thoughts. Okay, so this guy, John Reyes, he tweets, and it's a picture of his wife shoveling snow. But it's just a woman shoveling snow in a window, below where he's standing. He says, even after a 12-hour night shift at the hospital last night, my wife still has the energy to shovel the driveway. God bless her and all our frontliners. Time to make her some breakfast. Hands prayer emoji. I mean, way overused.
I think he's a great husband for tweeting that.
He's okay. So, Mark, you're cool with him being
I would have just
happy with his wife.
I would have let her shovel it, then taken the credit online.
And then be like, look at the shovel job I did.
I would have pretended to not see her.
Right, so that you didn't have to pay her back later with breakfast, like this guy's gonna do.
Exactly. Yeah, you don't even have to make her breakfast then.
Yeah. That's a good
you
plan,
did what?
Wes.
I didn't see you.
That's a good plan, Wes. I mean, those are both good plans. Anyways, the internet reacted, or Twitter, mainly Twitter, reacted to, because he tweeted this tweet in outrage, basically.
It's not
responding.
chivalrous. He should have gone out and done it himself.
Right. Here's three examples, and they were tweeted by @whocares and by @a billion people, because so many people had this reaction. Here's three. Why are you watching and not shoveling? This tweet sucks. He saw his wife shoveling after a 12-hour shift, and his first thought was, let me tweet about this, lol. And then in the 12 hours she was mopping up after your government's disaster, you couldn't find some time to shovel it yourself.
That's pretty good.
That's a great one, actually.
That was pretty good. Yeah,
that's a big burn. But basically, people were just furious with this dude because wife was shoveling and he took a picture of it.
Yeah,
he's like, hey, she gets a
get
3
over it,
weekend.
people. Yeah,
she's on 4 threes.
Honestly,
she's about to have 3 days off in a row. Yeah. I mean,
I can't begin to understand why people are upset about this.
My wife and I, have different tasks. I probably do more of the physical tasks, but I mean, like, I wouldn't look. It depends on how old she is and if she's healthy. Like, if she wants to shovel a little bit,
she's young and healthy.
Yeah, she's young. I mean, if she wants to shovel a little bit, I'm going to probably shovel more than her, but I'm going to let her shovel a little bit. Like,
right.
Also, she didn't even come in the fucking
Manitoba.
house. She grabbed the shovel and just started shoveling. So, fuck off.
The guy next door to me, the old guy that built the beautiful deck, his wife is she mows the lawn, like, she
isn't it a little sexist to just say you're not allowed to shovel at all?
It's insane. The reaction to this was insane. So insane that his wife, Cynthia Reyes, made a new account just to do one tweet, to quote tweet his tweet and say, all I wanted to do was shovel. But then I'd take it to the internet, but I don't want to, because everybody replied to that saying that it was fake, that she was forced to do it by her husband. And
people wouldn't even accept her at her word.
No, they wouldn't.
Now they're mad at her. They're mad at him. They're mad at him for not shoveling. Now they're mad at her for voicing her opinion on the matter. Yeah.
Women are mad at this because now men are like, look at what Mrs. Reyes does. She works 12 hours, then comes home and shovels.
She works and shovels.
Yeah, they're pissed. They're pissed at how awesome she is.
Yeah.
Dude, it's unreal. Let a woman shovel if she wants to shovel. What the fuck? It has nothing to do. And then the guy, he's like, I think, he's probably a little nerdy, sure, but he's allowed to support his wife if she wants to shovel.
He was giving her daps and said he was going to cook her breakfast. He could have just done none of that.
Right. He could have pulled I didn't see it.
He's proud.
You shoveled? Nice.
Yeah, he was proud of her. He was giving
proud,
her.
wanted to show her off. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
People are fucking assholes.
They are.
And they're just jealous.
People are cynical as fuck. I think the last couple of years, like, just
but
grounded us down to just nubs of cynicism.
The one was funny with your government's mess. That one was
dude. That lady crushed him though. Yeah. Because he's a politician.
Yeah, that was good.
And then she's like, and you couldn't have shoveled in those 12 hours because that's a burn. That's
any comment against the wife's post is ridiculous. So you have to just leave it. You lost, right? You take the L. You don't double down. He's holding a gun to your head. Yeah.
Literally, it's people circling, joined January 2021. Right. One tweet, yes, she did it for just to defend her husband.
Because he said he's not going to get reappointed unless she does it.
They need to have a meek apology, video apology for her being like, I'm sorry, I shoveled the driveway,
in a dark room.
Yeah.
Really make the internet feel bad.
Yeah. It would be funny. It would be funny if it was a hostage scenario video.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, that was great. I loved the shoveling thing because it was just like
That's
it was
awesome.
a real lightning rod. All right, that takes us to number one, or
The cream of the crop!
and I don't know if it's me or what, but when I do the coffee recently, the number one trend is always something very dumb, like Google itself. That one day, how it somehow Google trended itself number one when I was doing it, or just other general fake shit. And once again, I have no idea how, but a rather unremarkable soundless video of a mink carrying a snake across a hiking trail in Florida was the number one trend by far on Google on Monday. All day, 500,000 plus searches allegedly over all this other news that we've talked about. That's much more interesting than this. Anyways, here's the video from Copeland, Florida, at the Fakahatchee Strand Preserve State Park, where a mother and daughter captured a mink crossing a path with a snake in its mouth. Apparently a rare sighting.
Let's see it.
Okay, hopefully I've built it up enough
I'm excited.
because it is scintillating. There it is. He's got a snake. The snake's bigger than the mink.
Wow.
Wow, that was
Look
cool.
at it go. Look at it go. You'd think it would be another mink with a different snake. No, it's just a replay of the same mink crossing with the snake.
Okay.
Now, are minks endangered?
No, I guess it's like it's a rare sighting, Wes.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know how the fuck is that the number one? I don't understand it. I don't understand
You
it.
got screwed, Will.
I can't in on that. So in much cooler animal news, they found the skeleton of a 30-foot sea dragon. Check that out in the UK.
That is cool.
The dolphin-like ichthyosaur in Rutland, UK. It's 180 million years old, the skeleton, and could have grown up to 82 feet long, 25 meters long, nearly triple the size of the largest killer whale.
Whoa.
Whoa.
The sea
That's
dragon.
scary.
Yeah, right? Because it's like a dolphin with fangs and giant eyes, and they call it the sea dragon. Pretty good.
Yeah, I mean, drowning's already a bad way to go. Getting eaten by a large animal is a bad way to go. If you combine the two, that's tough. You don't want to come across the sea dragon.
Death
when
by
you're
sea
scuba
dragon
diving.
would be
Yeah.
brutal. Yeah.
Have you guys going back to the mink?
Yeah.
Have you guys ever seen like they use these things to like hunt rats and stuff? Like they train them. You've seen these videos on YouTube. I've gone down a rabbit hole of like watching this guy who trains minks. Yeah, they like farmers or people call them, and they just release the minks and they kill rats like on command. Yeah.
What's
Oh,
the
you know what
difference
this is?
What's the difference between a mink and a ferret?
I think minks
they're
are bigger.
Similar.
Okay.
Hey, Wes, you know what this is? That's great. That's some great mink knowledge you just dropped on us. But you know what this is? This is makeup for all the minks that they killed over COVID at the beginning. Remember when they just killed all the minks?
It's a do good, make good.
Yeah, that's what this is.
They also, I don't know if it's minks or ferrets. It's one of them they use to find landmines because they're like just light enough on their feet to not trip the landmines, but they're good.
I know rats do that too.
And like Thailand and all the places where like Vietnam and stuff. Yeah, right. Yeah. Maybe a mink might be too heavy, might blow itself up. But you're right. It's because they dug those ditches and dropped hundreds of thousands of minks in them. And that's also probably why they're
it was a brutal
endangered.
Yeah, it was a brutal just culling of all the minks.
They're hardcore little animals.
Yeah.
It's insane. All right, well, that's Cup of Coffee. Big Time.
Cool, great.
Well, the coffee today was brought to you by our new sponsor, HelloFresh. With HelloFresh, you get farm fresh, pre-portioned ingredients and seasonal recipes delivered right to your doorstep. Skip trips to the grocery store and count on HelloFresh to make home cooking easy, fun, and affordable. That's why it's America's #1 meal kit. The new year is great, guys. It's time to focus on what's important to you. And I know if you listen to the Hive Hour, the three boys here, we're going to work on our bods. We're going to work on our bodies this year. And HelloFresh is going to help with their healthy meals. Like I said, they deliver pre-portioned ingredients to your door, including farm fresh produce that arrives within a week. So you get convenience without skimping on quality. Skip the trip to the grocery store, saving you the wait in long holiday lines, ensuring you don't waste money on excess food. And it also cuts back on time spent in the kitchen, so you can spend it in your other resolutions. With meals ready in around 30 minutes or less, it's pretty good. Plus quick and easy meals, including 20-minute recipes and low prep, easy cleanup options. You can provide an even faster route to putting food on the table. Also,
Nice.
they've got dessert. Don't forget dessert. They got plenty of desserts to satisfy that sweet tooth that I know Wes has. You know what I'm saying? Wes is a dessert guy.
I'm a big dessert guy.
HelloFresh is 72% cheaper than a restaurant meal, the same quality, and you can save on an average of over $65 per month when you order HelloFresh instead of grocery shopping. That's more money to put towards anything you want in 2022. I don't know, maybe a trip to Florida in April. So yeah, I know HelloFresh offers the flexibility you need to easily customize your order online or in the app, easily change your delivery day, food preferences, plan size, skip a week, whatever you need to do. Basically, guys, I started eating HelloFresh. I know you guys are starting to eat HelloFresh. They're delicious meals. I'm loving it, and they're going to help me get healthier this year. So if you go to HelloFresh.com/hardfactor16 and use code hardfactor16, that's 16, for up to 16 free meals and 3 free gifts. Did you hear me? If you go to HelloFresh.com/hardfactor16 and use code hardfactor16, you can get up to 16 free meals and 3 free gifts. That's ridiculous. It's America's #1 meal kit, guys. Okay.
What a deal, too.
No kidding. Okay.
Wait, real quick. So I found this page. I found this page. It's this guy's got 1.23 million subscribers. He's called Joseph Carter, the Mink Man. And I wouldn't suggest going to look at his videos if you're an animal lover, because these minks just destroy rats and stuff. But they're crazy. They're intense little animals.
He's good at it with
cats.
Subscribers. Wow.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Well, they outdo cats. These minks.
Really?
Because they're probably more trainable.
They're trained they're trained to kill them versus
cats
play
are
with
hard
them.
to train, right? Yeah.
Well, that snake got its ass kicked. It was
Yeah,
big snake.
for sure.
All right, guys, come fly with me. Let's fly away.
It's time for the TikTok International Moment.
Australia, Norway, and Spain are our destinations today, gentlemen. And listener gentlemen and gentle ladies. That's where we're going. So first up, let's take the longest trip. Let's go to those crazy bastards in Australia. Bad news for Swifties. An unusual album has peaked a spot above her on the top 50 chart of Australia's albums this month. Nesting at the number 3 spot above Taylor Swift's most recent album detailing her breakups, which inevitably will lead to fights in her current and future relationships, and then breakups, which will lead to more music in a cycle that she'll never get out of. She's decided to lock herself in this cycle, is an album that is completely comprised of endangered bird sounds. If you didn't get the references earlier. So Songs of Disappearance, produced by Anthony Albrecht, who's like a PhD in music student at some university over there, captured 53 of the 1 in 6 species of birds in Australia that are now considered threatened, probably because of those damned outdoor cats. Am I right?
Yeah.
A couple minks, a couple cats. All the birds are extinct now. Like this bird, the purple, let me find this picture I got of the purple-crowned fairy wren. That's
that's a cat. That's a cat snack if I've ever seen one.
Well, that head is like just asking for it. It's purple.
With a little purple head, little cat snack size.
I'm over here. Look at my purple head. Eat me. Yeah. So that's one of the 1 in 6 birds, and then one of the 53 on this album. And look, these birds have about as good of luck in love as Taylor Swift, clearly, since they aren't reproducing fast enough. Am I right? They're like a bunch of Taylor Swifts.
Ooh.
And look, I'll be honest, I didn't have to take the Taylor Swift angle. I stole that angle from the NPR article I read where the author decided to make that their story, half about the Bird album and half about smashing Taylor Swift on the charts, which I enjoyed because I don't like Taylor Swift. So I just went.
So that's all it was. It's just this thing is
just
number
to
3.
insult Taylor Swift.
She happens to be number 4.
She could have. We could have picked any other artist below number 3. Could have
Sure.
been. Yeah.
Right.
But no, just it's all on Taylor Swift. All right.
Yeah. Anyways,
if you're dating Taylor Swift and she comes in the room and she's like, I'm having a tough time coming up with material, that means you're in trouble. That means you're about to be out of there.
Don't break up with her. If you get in a relationship with this, don't break up with her.
Well, no, she's gonna break up with you. She needs material.
Well, yeah, it's true.
Break her own heart.
Do you guys want to hear
What
a bit
does
of?
she do? So I've never listened to.
So
any
all of her
Taylor
songs
Swift
are about ex-boyfriends. That's it.
Yeah.
And then she complains about them, and then
she's like Death Cab for Cutie, but for chicks.
I guess, is that what they do too?
Something like that. I don't know. Yeah, like an emo band or something. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah,
she's still singing about Jake Gyllenhaal. She's saying, "Oh, no one loves me correctly." Do you guys want to hear a bit of Songs of Disappearance?
Yes.
Okay. No, that's just a tiger. That's just a tiger. And I put up a picture of Tweety Bird getting eaten because fuck those birds in Australia. I do have their actual thing. Here you go. Hang on.
Oh, you got a sample?
Yeah, I got a sample. Here you go. This is actually it. Here's the soon to be extinct birds.
People really listen to this?
This is it. This is the number 3 album in Australia.
It must go to charity, right? The proceeds?
Yeah, riveting stuff. You can see how it shot up to number 3 on the charts. Those Australians love those birds, man. Maybe since it's one of the few animals that doesn't try and kill you over there. Proceeds will go directly to benefit BirdLife Australia, which sounds like a company that has their hands full since a bird a week is becoming extinct over there. That's a tough company to work for. That's like working for Alaskan Glacier Life team if you love ice.
No,
you're a big ice fan.
Mark, you hate these people because they're probably just secretly killing cats behind.
Oh, that's
doors.
true. That's
they're
true.
Just taking them out.
To work for BirdLife Australia, you assume they're bird lovers. So I mean,
you can't be a cat person.
That shows you how like locked down they are. That a music of birds is so popular. They just can't go outside.
Rocketing up the charts.
It's number 3 on the charts.
They're so locked down.
Heard that new Bird album, mate?
Did you hear Wind? The album Wind?
Yeah. Haven't heard a bird in about a year or so.
Yeah. Anyways, so that's the Australia story. And fuck you, Taylor Swift. Didn't really need to do it to you, but I did it anyways. All right, let's move on. That story was for the birds. Let's go to Norway. Let's head to Norway. We don't go there too often. Supply chain issues are hitting Norway pretty hard, guys. We're all having issues, it seems, but Norway is really having issues. Let me find. Yeah, okay, I got the picture. No, we're good. Things have gotten so bad there that the army is making it mandatory for enlisted soldiers to return their underwear, including bottoms, bras, and socks when their service is up. So send them back in, please. Send in those undies. Wow is right. Yep.
That's fucked up.
Yep. When you get out of the army, you gotta send back in all the whites.
Why do they have army issued underwear? Does our army have underwear as well? I'm assuming it does. Actually,
I think everywhere it does. Yeah. This is a quote from Army Logistics spokesman Hans Meisengist. He said, "The decision to reuse this part of the kit, which is the kit's just the underwear, the whole outfit, I guess, will help us have more volume and circulation and increase the delivery capacity of the equipment. We have too little in stock right now. The linen is washed, cleaned, and checked. What we distribute is in good condition," he said. Notice he didn't say great or mint condition.
Disgusting.
Good condition. Yeah. It's like these undies are like the Pokemon version of Pokemon cards that get dunked in a hot tub. They're not exactly mint. Not in great condition.
Embarrassing. This is so embarrassing for Norway. How do you, when you run out of underwear for your army, you don't say like, "Hey, send it back." You're just like, from now on, armies are good. You can buy your own underwear.
Get some new fucking underwear.
Right. Yeah. Like you don't say, "Hey, send me your dirty undies back."
You ever wear someone else's underwear, like an old roommate's, if they moved out and the underwear managed to get in like the next cycle of clean and it gets cleaned and washed and stays in your house? You ever wear someone else's underwear?
Yeah,
no.
That happens. Like my mom will like throw my dad's underwear in mine. Like if I'm home for the holidays, I'm like immediately like, this is that.
No,
pass.
What moron came up with this plan?
I don't know, but if you were wondering, like if Norway
is it their military or is it the
Yeah, the military thing. If you're wondering if like everyone has to join the military at a certain age, like 18, like countries like Israel do in Norway, like maybe that would make sense if every single, young adult had to join the military. Right? There might be too many. No, it's in between. Apparently all must fill out a survey and do a physical and mental check at like 18 or whatever age they deem. And then the military just picks the best and the brightest. All TIZs are exempt. TIZs don't have to, they just pick the tallest, the smartest, the brightest. So at least you're getting used undies from elite humans. Like, check this out. That's the Norway's.
Moly,
yeah. Norway's best and brightest are probably like all over 6 feet tall, smart enough to wipe their own asses. So you're probably getting these people's used undies here. Pretty good.
Girl is, she's a
some of She's good looking. Some of the male listies are like, I'll take her undies. I'll have girls.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
I'll use her used ones. She's leaving.
Sounds like a business. Yeah.
Stupid. What?
It's dumb.
Yeah.
They admitted it. That's just really stupid because that just shows you how in trouble they are, kind of.
Well, doesn't it kind of mean that like it's noticeabably used? Like the cat is going to come out of the bag. They have to admit it because people are going to have skid marks on them.
Skid marks, yeah.
Yeah. There's skid mark city. Yeah.
This is insane.
That's terrible.
He said good condition. You know, that means bad. That means bad.
Why would you do that? Just switch the policy. Just have them get their own underwear. It's insane.
Just either have them BYO you or buy some more underwear. You know, just get some more underwear.
It's insanity.
It's insanity.
How can they not get any underwear?
It's disgusting. It's disgusting over there in Norway. It's embarrassing and disgusting. Okay, last stop today. We're getting our passports stamped. If they still stamps passports in Spain, heading to Spain, and this one's gonna sting Wes. Yeah, it's gonna sting both of us. A badger. Here's the animal talk. There he is. A badger, as in the animal, the cousin to the honey badger, who doesn't give a fuck. The OG badger found the largest collection of Roman coins ever in Spain by accident.
Are you serious?
The son of a bitch was foraging for food, and he unearthed one of the greatest treasure finds of all time.
Nice.
Who was following him?
Yeah, we'll get to that. So we didn't find shit, Wes and I, when we went treasure hunting, and then we went metal detecting and relic hunting, apparently, and came up with basically nothing. And this cocky son of a bitch badger, apparently, seeing no use for 209 pieces of ancient Roman coins, just spread them all around his den and left them. And two archaeologists stumbled upon them in the municipality of Grado, Asturias, in the cave of La Cuesto, which became the cave of La Mani, you know?
La Retire.
Yeah, La Retire. It turns out the find was, quote, exceptional. And the coins were from the 3rd century and coming from such far away and exotic places as Constantinople, which is present-day Istanbul. Istanbul is Constantinople, as they say in the song. You know what's even crazier? There might be more treasure in that cave or wherever the badger found it. They're not sure like exactly where he or she found it, but they do know it was a badger foraging for food and that it didn't like what it found because it wasn't food, so it was just like, fuck this. So what I say, Wes, is we got to get over there to La Cuesta and follow this badger around, maybe rough him up a little bit till he spills the beans.
Maybe bring a few minks with us.
Yeah, bring a few minks to get him, scare him into the hole.
You got to get a Mink's army. It's unfair, though. The badger, he's got a lot of advantages on you guys in terms of searching for coins because he's got claws for hands.
He does
low to the ground.
Apparently, it was a very small hole. They think that he just dug his claws into and found this pocket of treasure. But how much more is in there, no one knows.
So many pockets of treasure out there.
There are. Badgers are finding them. Not us. Not us. Not us.
I saw a father and son walking towards like the park yesterday, and they had some metal detectors, but they were like blue metal detectors, so they were clearly like kids metal detectors. It's like that's the most pointless thing I've ever seen. Like at least the dad could have had a nice one.
You knew they were just about to strike out.
You should have yelled at them. Not gonna happen.
I mean, the dad should have had a legit one so they could find something. These were like toy metal detectors.
Istanbul is Constantinople. Istanbul is Constantinople.
You schooled the guy on his metal detector.
Yeah. I mean, look, nice effort, but Jesus.
Not gonna find anything.
What is this, amateur hour?
Not gonna find shit.
Worst spaghetti ever, you know?
Yeah. Oh. All right, well, yeah, we have to get to Europe is the bottom line.
Maybe we should employ some badgers. Maybe are badgers like can you get a pet badger?
Probably.
Yeah, you should get badgers and minks, and you need to get to Europe.
Yeah.
And then if you have that set up,
sounds like caves in Europe is where it's at.
In the caves of Conquestos.
Yeah.
Where was that? Spain?
In Spain.
España.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Yeah, you just got to go to a remote location in Europe.
You know how much treasure's there too? Because it's not only in the caves, it's in like the ocean. Probably Spain had so many old ships sailing on.
Well, remember the Israel guy that got the Crusader sword?
Yeah,
like
exactly.
there's been some finds
in the
over
water.
there in Europe
and
and
the
Middle
caves
East
in the water
stuff,
underground. There's just so much fucking treasure. It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
So Unbelievable.
Really blows your mind when you think about it, how all that treasure sitting out there just unclaimed.
So
All
many
I've got
pockets.
is shit, these altcoins.
We're lucky if we find like a Civil War bolt, like musket bullet. Who gives
Yeah.
a shit?
Yeah, we don't have great. Well, it's like there's some cool like Native American things you can find over here, but not a lot of like ancient European things.
Nothing worth as nearly
Yeah.
as much money as what they got over there.
No
Europe's
coins
got
like
the
that,
treasure.
yeah.
Europe's got the treasure.
Oh well, one day.
Maybe the Caribbean though. Pirates.
That's true.
Oh,
If
for
they
sure, the
stole it.
Caribbean.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's haunted treasure though.
Yeah, but like you still makes you rich.
That's true. I'll take it.
Mhm.
You might be cursed forever, be damned to the abyss.
Yeah.
But
All those ghosts can watch me bathe in my golden bathtub. You know,
Yeah, I take all the spooky,
all the
treasure.
curses. Yeah.
Yeah,
all the
Oh.
hauntings you can
Yeah.
handle.
I better take
For a
that out of your
million
hands.
bucks?
Yeah.
Thanks for waking me up, ghost. I got to go do something with all this money.
All right, you guys ready for like the 5th and 6th animal stories?
Yes.
of the day?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
That's amazing.
Yeah,
Are they different types of animals?
they are. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, the kingdom of Amelia, or the animal kingdom, is providing for us today. And then we're going to talk. The first one's we're going to talk about some desert beetles, who are the freaks of the animal kingdom. This article is from the Scientific American and begins, quote, when researcher Jingzhu Qin ventured through the rangeland near Inner Mongolia's Handake Desert, he spotted some puzzling behavior between two little beetles mating shamelessly in the open. One was constantly licking the other's tail, as he puts it.
Yes.
Yeah. And that's when he put it together that Mongolian desert beetles, or Platyope mongolica, are one of the only animal species in the world, other than humans, that love a little foreplay before getting it in. And like most relationships, is pretty one-sided. So,
Really?
yeah, from the article, when a male Mongolian desert beetle, here I got some picture for you. There they are. There's one licking
Oh
some
wow, he's
tail.
up. He's up
Oh,
in there.
man.
He's up in there. When a male
Yeah.
Mongolian,
Change your nickname to the beetle.
yeah, exactly. when a Mongolian,
Ooh,
when a
look at him going
Mongolian
in for the
desert,
kill.
there he is. He's getting it in now.
Yeah.
When a male Mongolian desert beetle finds a potential mate, he begins rubbing a protruding mouth part called a maxillary palp over her genitals. You see what's
Ooh.
happening here, right?
Yeah.
If his performance does not meet her standards, she runs away. And I've been there. And the longer the male performs the oral courtship ritual, the shorter time he needs for successful copulation. Same here. So tonight, you know, when your lady comes home and you want to have a little fun, and maybe a little fun in front of the kids without them knowing what you're saying, you can tell her it's time to lick the beetle, or that you want to lick her beetle, and then she'll know exactly what you're talking
Beetle
about.
time. Yeah.
It's beetle time. You ready to get in beetle mode?
Yeah,
You say Beetlejuice 3 times, you know what
Mhm.
happens next.
yeah, lick that beetle.
What do you say? We act like a couple beetles here.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, kids won't know.
It's a great animal story.
It is, yeah. Next animal story comes from Ecuador, and you guys like cooking shows, right? Like Master Chef, Top Chef.
Who doesn't? Who doesn't?
Right. They're awesome, right?
Yeah.
Well, Master Chef Ecuador is coming under fire because apparently during one of their cooking contests, they allegedly required contestants to cook with the meats of animals that are on the endangered species list.
Oh, that's bad.
Yeah. So here's the clip.
Ecuador?
Toyo.
Yeah.
Es una especie de tiburón pequeño.
So
No
they're
es un
talking about
pescado
the
normal.
different kind of
Es
meats.
diferente el filete, así que ustedes van a tener que ver ahí la mejor manera para
Bara,
cocinar.
bara, bara, bara.
Que es un tiburón. Y dice, no, tiburón, no, nada que ver, no, con tiburón no.
I
Vamos
think he
con
said,
el-
I don't know if I can cook with that. I think it's an endangered species.
Los
Yeah,
músculos
that's what I
más
heard.
duros, entonces obviamente las cocciones son más largas.
Anyway, you get it. So she goes over a bunch of meats. One of them is venison.
Well, that's
Uh,
that's regular. That's fine.
Okay, so they're called toyo, babia, venado, and capybara. Toyo,
Capybara.
capybara, the largest rodent in the world.
Okay.
Toyo could be referring to the critically endangered humpback smooth hound shark, and babia is signifies a spectacled caiman, which looks like this, and it's a crocodilian that was threatened in the past, but is now on the rebound thanks to conservation efforts, according to Vice.
It's like a bald eagle or something along those lines.
So, but now they want him to cook with it.
That's a cool looking.
It is cool. Yeah,
it's a sweet looking alligator.
That's a sweet looking
caiman, crocodile.
Spectacled caiman. Yeah.
It's like just a pretty crocodile or gator.
Very cool. They're a lot smaller than crocodiles and alligators.
Right. South American crocodiles are tiny, right, compared to alligators and African crocodiles.
Yeah, the caiman's a smaller cousin or whatever. And then Ecuador has two kinds of deer that are protected. So now everyone's up in arms. They're demanding that basically they be lied to about where the whereabouts of the meats and the exact species they used during this taping. Chef and Judge Carolina Sanchez says they all came from a farm, and TV producers aren't talking. But can you imagine like it being an animal lover and just seeing like they're just like,
this is
sauteing,
This doesn't bother me. When you grow up hunting, you hear so
either.
many people hunting exotics and stuff, especially like in Texas, like where they like raise exotic animals on ranches and stuff, or people who go on safari to Africa to shoot stuff that like a lot of people don't think you should. I don't know. It doesn't really bother me. But
I don't really know any of those animals, and I'm gonna stick with my fuck those extinct birds. I don't care. I don't care.
Yeah, but people are upset.
Right.
But animal activists
care.
Activists are upset about the shark and the crocodile.
I love animals, but I just I can't care about these animals that I didn't even know existed until 10 minutes ago.
Well, and it's like a subspecies of shark. It's not like all sharks are endangered. It's like, well,
they don't even know if this is the fucking shark.
They think it might be whatever.
Right? Yeah, they're like maybe it's the shark.
Yeah,
they look. All the animals look delicious.
Sounds like an overreaction.
Right.
Yeah. But just to think of like animal activists watching them, just like the crowd is like cheering as they like pour some wine over some endangered deer and flambés.
It sounds awesome, honestly. Like, what's making me uncomfortable is more and more so, big plant and big bug are trying to scare you out of wanting meat. This is weirding me out. And I'm seeing more and more articles every day.
Big bug is getting big.
It's all getting too big. Big plant too. The Impossible Burgers, they're shoving them down your throat everywhere you go. You can't. I don't know. I'm sticking with my meat for now. I get the like inflation. Why is meat inflated like 20%? They need to. I don't know. There's stuff going on.
I respect vegetarians that do it because of the animals. But I don't know. Maybe one day I'll get there. I don't see it happening anytime soon.
I've done like vegan for a little while. It's not like for health reasons, it can be like beneficial.
Oh, absolutely. For health reasons, it can be extremely beneficial. It can help save your life.
But have you ever had a pepperoni pizza?
I don't know.
Like
or a hamburger.
Yeah. It's just
a steak.
Right.
A capybara burger.
Spectacled caiman fritters.
Oh, caiman fritters sound amazing.
With like a nice little mayonnaise based like sauce thing.
I thought we gotta hang up. I gotta eat. I gotta all that.
I thought that line in Yellowstone when they're talking about the the animal rights and stuff, and he's like, "What about all the fucking moles and frogs that you dig up when you plow a field to plant your fucking quinoa? You don't care about them too much, do you?" I thought that was a pretty good argument when they brought that up.
It was good. Speaking of quinoa, though, delicious. I found out you can cook it in a rice cooker.
Quinoa's good.
Very, very delicious.
I like.
I just did it for the first time this week in a rice cooker.
Israeli couscous. This little
it's like that's like tiny quinoa.
No, couscous. The pearls. I like the pearls too. The Israeli
the
pearls.
couscous is tinier than quinoa.
Yeah. Or there's pearls bigger.
There are, I know what you're talking about, Mark. There are bigger.
Those are the bigger ones.
Pearls. Those are delicious.
Oh,
they are
I mean, it's all good. Quinoa, couscous, the Israeli pearls, rice, all different types of.
But you know what I put on top of my couscous? A lot of beef and chicken.
It's not much better than like a base of like a quinoa or rice or grain, and then over top of it, meat and cheese and like a sauce. Yeah.
Oh man, that's your
chili.
You're talking my language now.
Pasta even on the bottom.
Yeah.
And meat on top of the sauce.
I'll get my Asian chef salad here in a little bit. one more funny video I got to show you guys about the from the Newberry Township, Pennsylvania. They pulled over this DUI suspect, and they were like, "How many drinks have you had?" "Oh my, is that a deer?" And there was a fucking live deer in the trunk. So they made the guy yank it out, and
It's alive.
it's all
Oh shit!
They made
he trapped it.
Yeah, he trapped it. They probably like they claim that they hit it and then
That
they put it in
can't
the
be
trunk.
legal. That's
but
not legal.
I guarantee they spotlighted it,
Yeah,
and then fucking stuffed it in the fucking trunk.
And they were just gonna kill it at home.
Yeah.
That's
they were
illegal.
gonna slaughter it.
They were drunk. They were drunk because the 19-year-old woman driving got a DUI. But yeah, pretty hilarious video. They had to drag this live deer out of the trunk.
That's
They
awesome.
must have. Yeah, you're right, Wes. They probably did spotlight it and just grab it and put it in there. That's insane.
For sure.
Where
Well,
was
but when you're hammered and you're hungry, probably for venison, and then you're like,
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
gonna go through the entire process of catching a deer with no weapon, and then drain it, and then cook my venison.
Super
You're gonna
fresh.
fall asleep so well before that's over.
Yeah, if you're drunk
Oh yeah.
and it's nighttime.
Yeah. Rural Pennsylvania, they do that kind of stuff out there.
Okay.
They got the stamina for it. They also got the white lightning for it. You know, that's
Mhm.
probably a great place to buy some moonshine.
We got to remember to spin the wheel.
Oh yeah, we do. Okay, let's spin it. Yeah.
Make sure
We
to
need
add
proof
Pat
for
back in.
Pat.
All
Yeah.
right, hold up. Let me get this wheel
We
ready
gotta
to
spin the
go.
wheel to see what jobs we're doing tomorrow. You know what I mean? Do you know what I mean?
Let
What
me
is it?
get
What the
this
fuck
wheel
Wednesday tomorrow too?
Oh yeah.
ready to go.
Hey yo,
All right.
hey yo. We're getting better at remembering it.
Here
We
it
can do a
is.
lot more with this wheel too. We can start.
Oh yeah.
We can do some fun stuff with the wheel. I was
It's
thinking
a-
about like a
it's
sticker
limitless.
giveaway, like
Well,
put all the letters on there, and then
I've
you know,
also
like
been thinking people
initials.
should, if you're not already, if you listen to Hard Factor with a group of friends, here's an idea: bet on the wheel. You know,
That's
you,
true.
You can be betting on this wheel
Well,
daily.
I don't know.
And-
I don't think we're going to be able to get to it in the 2 days. But if we do trivia nights where people RSVP, you could put them on a wheel to get them on, see what teams they're on and stuff like that.
Wheel
You
time.
do
Here's an
whatever-
idea
You
I
can do
had.
whatever you want with the wheel.
I had an idea to give away like free merch. You put all the letters of the alphabet on the wheel, you spin it 3 times, you get the combination of initials, and then whoever sends us their driver's license proving those are their initials gets a free. First one gets a free T-shirt.
I like that.
A little
Whoa.
tedious, but yeah.
Yeah, but I mean anything to incorporate the wheel. All right.
Yeah.
Y'all ready for this?
Mhm.
Yes,
First,
yeah,
first is coffee.
Y'all ready for this? Boom, 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 boom. Cup
Boom,
of coffee in
boom.
the big time is gonna be.
The wheel doesn't lie.
Y'all ready for this? No, no, no. Boom, boom.
Looks
Oh,
like
it's Will
Will.
again.
Looks like
Yeah.
Will. Yeah.
Backs to backs.
Mm.
Woo!
Celebrate.
I'll be working with you for the top of the show again tomorrow. Now, who's
TikTok.
going to be on the TikTok International Moment? The wheel spins and
Same
it's gonna be
show.
Mark.
Same show.
Wow.
Back to back. Look at this. Last
Yeah.
week it was Pat and Wes. That's just how. That's how it
Yeah.
works.
Maybe it was gonna even up.
That's how it works. It evens up. The wheel
Okay.
knows all.
Well, the wheel gave Pat
gentlemen.
TikTok, but he was off today, so
Right.
it ends up being the same show. But Pat was
Right, yeah.
TikTok. Yes.
Oh, right. Technically,
Yes.
he's dealing with some health issues at home. I know everybody's. If you're following Kate, Pat's lady on
that
Twitter,
household. That household's been going through the germs this year.
Yeah,
or
yeah. You
last
see,
year.
you see, she's having some health troubles, so he's out on the home front. So we'll see if he's back tomorrow. But that's it today. Wes, you anything else? For us?
No, just I mean the Patreon keeps growing, so obviously and today's Hive Hour is good, so it might be a good time to check that out. Pop the clutch, send in the car for trivia. Patreon.com/Hard Factor. Check out the store. We got a few new merch items in there. Grady Judd is in there. We haven't sold shit of Grady Judd, so
Oh no. People aren't buying Judd. People aren't buying Grady Judd.
Oh, if Grady gets cut from the store, that's going to be a new
Oh
low.
no.
yeah.
You know what we gotta do is we gotta promote. When we go to Florida in April, we gotta go see Grady Judd. And get
We
some
do.
We got to
content
go
with
see him in person.
I'm gonna send them a shirt tomorrow. That's
Okay,
what I'm gonna do.
perfect.
Nice.
Yeah.
Perfect.
So,
Little ice.
but little ice cream. But yeah, that's it. We love you. Have a great fucking day.